happening, YouTube? So today we're going to be running the 311F. Yeah. Okay, we are in the 311F excavator. This thing's got like 1,350 hours on it. I'm gonna do likes and dislikes on it. So we're gonna have fire. Just gonna let that fire burn. Get all that burned today. It's New Year's Day. Happy New Year. You're probably watching this on New Year's Day. It's very, very slow on the movement. Now I don't know if that is, I have to believe that's something to do with how the pressures are set. I went into the computer and looked at it, and you can, you need a password. So anyways, but like the curl out and the curl in, it's just really, really slow. And you can't, like if you do, that's the thumb and the bucket curl at the same time. So it's really, really slow, and the thumb's really slow. Now I know the thumb's probably set up on the secondary hydraulic, so it's not getting all the pressure, but I'm used to the 308 as well, where it was hooked up on the primary for the thumb. So that's why the thumb is slow, but that bucket curl out, even curl in, it's just slow. So, and I just ran, I mean the 308 I'm used to, so you know that, and then I just ran the Excavator SK210, and that was, I don't know, it just feels slow. The whole, even moving the arm feels slow. Really the main thing I don't like about this, and it's a big deal. I would really hope, maybe you guys know, I would really hope you can adjust that, how fast the hydraulics move. The other thing I don't care for about this machine, and on a lot of cat excavators, is getting in and out of the cab. And maybe there is an adjustment for it. Let's see here. But I'm a big guy. Most operators I know are big guys, but like, you can't move that back. Like, you have to get in. Like, look how thin that is to get in right there. Very, very, like you have to squeeze into there. You're always going to hit that. I don't know. I don't think you've got to be able to adjust this thing. Yeah, you can. Hold on. I take that back. Okay, we figured it out. Basically, you can take this here and it just kind of rotates this thing up, but you don't gain any more. You can't move this back. You can't move it forward really but a couple inches, but it rotates on this hinge here. So that's a bummer. That's a big bummer there. I do not like that interior. This machine is it's probably a 2017 is my guess. Let's see. Oh, serial number. Oh, this one's made in Japan, probably put together in Peoria. Yeah, I don't know what year it is, but anyways, what's this say? I love the blade. I really love the blade on an excavator this size. It's a good size. It's a really awesome size for doing basements. You could do light tree work, light demo work. I think that is awesome. The overall size of it. I believe it is I think it's a 28,000 pound machine, which is why I think the 311F replaces the 312. And I think this thing has like a 80 or 90 horse engine in it. So that's the main thing I don't like about it, which is a big deal. If you're running this thing all the time, getting in and out of this thing, like, you really have to shimmy into it. The things that I love, it's an excavator, so that's cool. Like I said, I do love the blade. I like the rubber pads. I like the steel track rubber pad. I think that's almost a no-brainer no matter which way you go for this size of an excavator or the next size down. Seems reasonable on fuel so far. Yesterday we started to have a tank. I ran it maybe 3-4 hours. So it seems pretty good on fuel. light enough to where it's pretty easily transported. It's also narrow enough to where transportation is good. In all actuality, I should have bought this size of machine versus the 308. But it's what we do. We live and learn. Live and learn. So what we're doing, we piled all this stuff up here this spring, or this summer. We cleared a lot, literally just down the road. We're going to put a house in here next year. And part of that was to burn all the brush in that project. So it was way too hot. This job we did was literally the dustiest, grossest job ever. We hadn't had any rain for a couple weeks. It was just nasty. And so we hauled it all down here. This is a big association back here. They had a brush pile here anyway, and it was literally like, it wasn't even close. It was probably an eighth of the size that it is now. And then they asked if we could burn it on New Year's Day for their New Year's party. Now the reason why I'm shuffling it, probably in everybody's mind, Kyle, why don't you just light the pile on fire? I did that yesterday morning when I got here. I wanted to come burn half or a quarter of it. And it took off. I mean, it was just going quick, and I quickly took this thing and separated the fire because I didn't want it to get carried away. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, but there's snow on the ground. We're getting a lot of snow. It's been wet out. We had a lot of rain, all that. But I just overly cautious more than anything. Ooh. So we're just transferring it all, and it kind of helps to monitor the amount of. You can control it, that's all. You can just control it. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it. happening. So as you can see, we're leaving the old bonfire. We got her all burnt. Well, not all of it obviously, but 90% of it is gone. Most of that is a big pile of ash, to be honest. So back to the 311. It's actually a really awesome size machine, and I do think that they use that machine. I'll have to look, or you can look, it doesn't really matter, but it looks like they used that machine to replace the 312, because the 312 was always, at least where we work up here, it's always sort of the go-to residential machine. And that 311 is about the same size. It's got a lot of power, but it's slow, and I think there again, I've said that multiple times now, it is just slow in response on all of the controls except the swing control. It was pretty quick on that, but overall it's a very slow, good power, great stability. Wonderful blizzard. We're having a pretty cool blizzard. Snowstorm. So yeah, that's the 311. We burned through about almost a full tank. I'll go out there tomorrow or the next day and top it off. Not a fan of the cab. The cab was pretty tight in that thing. And other than that, good size machine, good power, good reach, all that. It just needs to be faster, and I'm sure that there's a setting in there somewhere to change how fast it works. So hope you guys like that, and stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.